Yo, what's up everybody? I was making a thumbnail for today's video and I figured why not do a tutorial and upload something on this channel perhaps. So my process for making thumbnails isn't like a isn't a high quality one. It's not advanced. Anyone could do it. I know Premiere decently well. I don't claim to know Photoshop decently well. I do the basics. Maybe a little more than the basics, but for the thumbnails, I pretty much do the basics. So this is my fart world record video. It's probably going up the same day that this video is going up. And I need a thumbnail for it, so let's go ahead. I think I already know what I want to do. I want to at least get like the frame right here with a fart explosion, I think. I might put my reaction on the other side. I look really freaking extra because this video is extra. So, oh, there's no good frame because I just look like a psychopath in every frame. So I might not put me on the other side. Let's something like that would be the best, but like I don't know, dude. I think a simple fart and text is gonna work for this one. Yeah, nah. If I at least had like a pog face, I might do it, but that's just a full-on like, what's this guy on? So I'm gonna say goodbye to me. Uh, yeah, I mean that's the fart right there. That's the frame. I just do a little picture. This pops up over here. Just take a picture of the whole screen right here. I can name it, put in a certain folder. I have a folder called Garbo, and that's just where I dump files like this that I'm gonna delete. And every once in a while, I just delete everything in Garbo. This is just so I don't put a million things on my desktop at once. And oh, Garbo's already open. And yet you can see there's just a bunch of random nonsense that like I don't really need past when I use it once. Like if I thought I was gonna use the freaking eye of Cthulhu from Terraria more often, or these I don't know things about Dead by Daylight, I might use the Pog more often. Maybe I should save this one. And I mean this Isaac Pogs here is just because I had to size it for Twitch, and this is just like a prototype. So like this is all just like stuff I don't intend to use. And this is a thumbnail I ripped from either who is this, Ben or Preets, because I just needed the cursed penny picture and my my it wasn't loading. Um the Isaac wiki wasn't loading, so I just ripped a thumbnail with cursed penny in it. So then I open Photoshop. I used to have one Photoshop file just for every single Isaac thumbnail, and then I was like, nah, this is crowded. It takes so long to load now. So I just kind of, this is what I do. So you know, every now and then I Photoshop different stuff. So this list gets updated all the time. But so what I do when I make a thumbnail, because I never save my thumbnail files, I just work on it long enough till I'm like, no, that's good. I will find the nearest thing that is in the shape of a thumbnail. It has the same, you know, size. And for the past like week or so, it's been this Dead by Daylight thumbnail that I haven't used yet because I haven't uploaded anything. So what I do is I just use this file and I deal with all the other stuff that's gonna be irrelevant, and I just drag, you know, the far on the video, and then I pretty much just scale it up. I decide if I want to put it on the right or the left, and it's always arbitrary. I never really think about that, even though I have thought about thinking about that, because you know, like what's the most eye grabbing? Because you read from left to right, so maybe you put the text right here so you can read over there, look over that at the picture, and then there's like there's the time right here. So do I want to take that into account? That's always in the back of my mind, but it truly never affects what I do. So then this is the lazy ass part. I click W, which is the quick selection tool, which will just kind of highlight everything like so. And I just kind of, I mean, you're watching what I do. I just make sure everything I want is grabbed, and I just zoom in to make sure it works. I know how to make masks and stuff. This is just usually faster. It can get really annoying with Isaac because you know all the pixels and whatnot. And sometimes the Photoshop's like, no, that's the same color, so you must grab that too, or whatever Photoshop thinks when grabbing. So I just kind of do this. And sometimes I get really frustrated, and I'm like, fine, I'll do it a different way. But most, like 90% of the time, I just kind of deal with it until it works in my favor. Like, why do you think that fart is the same color as the background? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And if it does look like garbage when I cut out, sometimes I'll just do a different process or just fucking manipulate it so it looks fine. You know what I mean? I can't imagine this one's gonna be too tough in the long run. It just doesn't like to go into these crevices and stuff. And as I'm doing this, you're gonna be like, "This is gonna look like garbage," but we'll work it out. We'll make it look good, or we'll make it look good enough. Because that's the thing with thumbnails, right? Like, I don't like to upload or publish anything I think is complete garbage. I have redone many thumbnails, not because of the lazy factor. I've never looked at a thumbnail and I'm like, "Wow, I was lazy when I made that." I'm like, that was a choice. Like, I chose that. I thought that was good. I never take lasers out. If I just think it's bad thumbnail, I'll redo it. Sometimes I think bad thumbnails are good in the moment, and then I'm like, why the hell did I think that? And I would go back and do it. But I never upload something I don't think is good. But the thing with thumbnails, though, the reason why I kind of take the lazy route sometimes is they don't need to be polished. If this was going up like on like a blog or something where the picture was gonna be big, yeah, I'd spend a little more time on these. I mean, I usually do spend a lot of time on these. This one probably won't take too long, but they're so small. Sometimes I do fix it in minor details, but like sometimes I'll upload it and then I'll notice a minor detail after, and then I'll look at it and be like, no one's gonna notice that unless they download the Photoshop file and look at it. So like, there's just no reason. And thumbnails can be time consuming. So if I'm making multiple at once, I never say good enough. I say like, I'm not gonna worry about the small details. Like, there's just no good reason to. And honestly, if some of these fart clouds don't come out well, I'm just gonna use the stamp tool to get rid of the fart clouds in general with floorboard. Just gonna replace it. I've been doing more stuff like that, like just kind of manipulating the picture. I guess manipulating sounds like a strong word, like, oh, you're tricking us, but like it's just to make it look good. Like, you're gonna get the same value out of this. It's just gonna look a little better to me. But I've been like adding and removing stuff that like isn't actually in the picture itself a lot more recently, and I think thumbnails are usually better for it. So sometimes I'm like, no, that's too much, and I remove stuff. I like to keep it simplistic. I think simplistic thumbnails are the best. Like, it's weird because I don't think I know what people want to click on for thumbnails. I don't think so. I do to a certain extent, but I will look at a popular YouTuber and I'll go like, I would never make a thumbnail like that. I would never do it. Like, I'm just wondering, like, how does that work? And I want to revamp my thumbnails. I really do right now. But like, I don't know how really. Like, I look to other creators, same size as me, bigger than me, smaller than me, just to see what they're doing for thumbnails. And oftentimes I'm like, I like my style better. But like, if it's not as effective as other styles, I should change it. But it's hard for me to commit because what do you need in the thumbnail? So we're gonna have picture here, text here. Why crowd it? Simplicity seems better for me. To me, I should say. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I wanna reinvent the thumbnail for me. I just can't figure it out though. But for now, we do the simplistic route, and that's why I kind of wanted to do. Oh, come on, you just got rid of that fart cloud entirely. That's kind of why I want to do this video right now specifically, because like, who knows? Maybe in a week I'll have like, okay, no, this is my new style, and I'll start rocking with a new style. But maybe I won't, and I could have done this same video in 6 months from now. Who knows? I really don't know. I don't know. Great. How is that the same color, bro? I don't understand the select tool sometimes. But, fart clouds, selected mask. How garbage does that look? Tell me now. It's actually kind of fine, to be honest. We can do the radius thing where it's going to get rid of like the edges to get the brown out of there, which is what I'll do. I mean, that looks honestly fine. And it honestly looks so fun. So then we do Control Alt J, and I don't even name the layer because this won't be saved. I click V to get the cursor back. Filter, blur gallery, field blur. Bam. Now that's a blurry background if I do say so myself. Then I'm gonna go to image. We're gonna go to adjustments. I'm probably gonna turn the brightness down. So okay, hang on. Before I turn the brightness down, in the backgrounds, it's not very messy, but there's a couple things right here going on that I don't want to have going on. Like the tutorial right there. Why put that in the background? It seems to serve as a distraction. As minor as it is, What's the point? Let me move it over here real quick where you can't see anything. You can kind of see them right there. And I could stamp them out, but I won't. So I'm actually going to just... Yeah, I'm going to use the wall right here. And it's going to be blurry. You can't tell what's happening there. Oh yeah, I was going to go image. I don't even need a darkening over here, I feel like. But I'm going to. Yeah, I just like to darken a little bit because you got to make this pop, bro. You got to make it pop. And then I'm going to go to right click, go to blending options, see if a drop shot looks good. That looks irrelevant. That almost looks good. It kind of looks like garbage to me. Yeah, no, those lines are good enough to have that, and I don't even know if that's gonna add too much. And I'll, add a text box. What am I calling this? Probably just world. Oops, caps is already on. World record. The font I use is literally always Impact. I want to move away from Impact, but Impact just seems like it makes the most sense because it is the most clear to read. Big letters out there. But it feels lazy at this point. So normally what I do, I'll just do something like that, world record. I usually use a bright green because it's going to grab your attention. Sometimes I switch to bright red. We can look at bright red because I want to look at it actually. Green just always sticks out more to me. It's awkward with Isaac because drop shots are relevant. That looks gross. It always looks gross though. It's annoying with Isaac because oh god, my eyes are burning. Oh my god. Because the backgrounds are like brown. So it's hard to see red sometimes, but sometimes there's like green in the picture itself. So like those are the two colors like the flip-flop between, but oftentimes both of them are already in the picture. So I was like, you just gotta choose because I don't know, the red doesn't pop out nearly as much. I think that's the thumbnail. I'll export it real quick just to see if it looks up when I put it up on it. And I just have a folder called Isaac Thummy. Sometimes I put accidental pictures in there like Keiki right there. Don't, look at the names of any of these. They're arbitrary. For example, this is going to be fart. Or there's already a fart world record. Oh, yeah, I do have a very similar thumbnail to this, which pretty much looks like the same thing, actually. I don't know where it is. So then we're going to open... yes, this. Upload thumbnail. Isaac Dummy. Yeah, there's the old fart one. It's very similar. Oh, see, it's arbitrary because look, the text is right there and the picture's right there. This time, that text is right here and the picture's right there. There's literally no method to that. Then I save it and I look at it here, and honestly, I think that's fine. I know it's low quality when I do this, but like, I could also, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna type in the bean binding of Isaac. Maybe I want to put the bean in the thumbnail. Why'd I go to images? I never do that. So I do this. I do a little right click, save as, make sure it's in Garbo, save, open Photoshop, drag it up here. Image size. I just do 720 because it's a big boy number and like it's never not gonna fit. Gonna go to images mode. Make sure it's on RGB color or it will not have a transparent background. Quick export. Does not matter what it's called. Actually, no. I have a folder where these go. I'm an idiot. Characters and items. Oops. The bean. And that's, of course, just to have it saved. And I know you can go into the files of Isaac, but I've just been doing it this way. So, I'm an old dog who can't be taught new tricks with this very specific thing. Okay. 1 second. The bean. Ugh, is there any use to this being here? Probably not. No, that made me laugh. This game is just so stupid, bro. Just so silly. No, I hate that looks. Does it look disgusting here? And also the drop shadow and the glow. Like, get out of here, bro. What's the range? Ew. There we go. What's the fucking? There's no point in this being here. That's the thumbnail. Hope you enjoyed the process. This is almost exactly what it's like every time, including the when I'm trying to find what folder to put in, because I can never just remember where folders are. So I mean, yeah, here. That's the folder. I mean, that's the thumbnail. The only problem with this one specifically, it looks like the world record fart one already, because I have 2 world record fart videos, which not many people can say. I just want to say that right now. And in this one, you know what I could have done? I could have moved the background so none of this brown creep was here and all that stuff. But I got 13k views, so it obviously wasn't a huge problem. Maybe it could have gone 20k views if they were gone, but I doubt it. Yeah, I'm just looking at it to make sure there's nothing else I want to add, and there's a chance I edit this before the video goes up because there's still a couple hours, but I don't think so. So that's my 60-minute Photoshop tutorial for honestly one of the simpler thumbnails I have done. I could have done this with a more advanced one, but I wanted to do this now because this is like a traditional Isaac thumbnail for me. Because you just look down. You know what I did for this one? I cut out. I guess I can just zoom in. You know what I did for this one? I cut out those 2 pictures. I actually probably downloaded another Archie picture, I bet. And I just, you know, zoomed them in, cut the background out, made it blurry, put my face in there. Bam. You know what I did for this one? I got a Job on the title screen. I cut his picture out, made the background probably darker, added the Trisagon and Godhead. Probably could have removed the people in the back, but I never do that. Those views usually get views even with them in the back, so I don't care. Could have done that. This one, I took the frame where, you know, he was jumping a little portal. I cut it out, made the background darker. I glow, add that Isaac not responding. And it's all the same. It's all the same process. You know, cut the chest out, make him glow, ultra rare, bam. Find the frame where he uses the mystery gift. Actually, I think I manipulated this picture. I think actually this one was manipulated. I'm pretty sure I couldn't find a good frame of Isaac putting down the mystery box in that clip itself. So I actually just console commanded in a mystery box and then added that in there. Or I got the cloud from a different file or something. I can't remember. Either way, this one's not even in the video. It's completely redone. And yeah, most of my thumbnails are nothing more than cut out the main focus, add some glow, add some drop shadow, blur the background, maybe darken it. Even for Gungeon. Actually, Gungeon, I think I just found a picture of Dragon cut out. Yeah, cut out Dragon, though. Like, same thing. And this one's a manipulated one where I add more pennies because there wasn't a whole lot of pennies in the video, but I thought that looked better. Fingered, I just, you know, cut out the background and made it blurry and added these guys in here. None of these are complicated. And I don't even know if this is, like, the best way I could do it, but this is the only way I can think that looks best to me. And there's some that I'm not even convinced on. Like this direct one, I'm not convinced on this one at all. I didn't know what to do for it, though. In retrospect, I have a couple ideas. You know what I might have done? Or if I was doing it now, get rid of the Smash background. It blends in with Samus. Nothing pops out with the Smash background. Just nothing besides maybe me in the direct. Get rid of the Smash background. Put the Nintendo Direct behind me. Bring Bayonetta and the N64 and everything else. Put it like where the direct is. I think that would pop out a lot more. You know what? Maybe I'll already do that. Probably not, though, because, like, I don't think it's getting more views. It's been at 1K since, like, it's been out, bro. You know? Yeah, that's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed.